Kate sat by the window, watching the rain trickle down the glass. The soft sound of raindrops brought her a sense of peace, but it also made her feel a deep ache in her heart. She was thinking about Sylvester, her husband, who had been gone for nearly a year now. It felt like only yesterday when they were laughing together, sharing dreams, and building their life. Sylvester was not just a husband, he was her best friend. They met in college, both studying literature. He was charming, with an easy smile and a way of making everyone feel at ease. Kate remembered the first time they talked. They had a lively discussion about their favorite books, and from that moment, a bond formed. They shared a love for stories, both written and lived. After graduation, they married in a small ceremony surrounded by family and friends. Their home was filled with laughter, love, and books. Sylvester loved to read to Kate every night, his voice bringing characters to life. They often spent weekends exploring local parks, sharing meals, and enjoying the simple joys of life together. One rainy afternoon, as they snuggled on the couch with a book, Sylvester turned to her and said, "Kate, let's write our own story one day." She smiled, thinking about all the adventures they would have, but life took a sudden turn when Sylvester fell ill. At first, it was just a cough, but soon it became clear that it was something serious. As his condition worsened, Kate spent every moment by his side. She held his hand through treatments, read to him, and reminded him of all the dreams they had shared. "We'll travel to Paris one day," she would say, hoping to see the spark in his eyes. He would smile weakly, but she could see the fear beneath his brave face. Despite her efforts, the illness took Sylvester away, leaving Kate with a heavy heart and an empty home. The days that followed were filled with grief. Friends and family reached out, offering comfort, but nothing could fill the void left by Sylvester's absence. One evening, as Kate was cleaning out their shared closet, she found an old box filled with letters. These were love letters they had written to each other during their early days together. She opened one and began to read. "My dearest Kate, every moment with you feels like magic. I can't imagine my life without you. You are my dream come true, and I promise to love you forever." Tears streamed down her face as she remembered the passion in their relationship. Each letter was a reminder of the love they shared. She decided to keep them all, a treasure of memories that would always connect her to Sylvester. As the months passed, Kate tried to move forward. She started volunteering at a local library, a place that Sylvester had loved. The smell of old books and the sound of pages turning brought her some comfort. It was there she met other people who shared her love for literature. They talked about their favorite stories, and Kate found herself slowly opening up again. One day, while shelving books, she came across a novel Sylvester had adored. It was his favorite, a tale of love and loss. With a deep breath, she picked it up and began to read. The words resonated with her, and she felt as if Sylvester was sitting beside her, whispering his thoughts. That evening, Kate sat in the living room, holding the book close. She could almost hear Sylvester's voice. "Kate, you need to write our story," she imagined him saying. Inspired, she pulled out her notebook and began to write about their love. It felt healing, as if she was keeping Sylvester's memory alive through her words. Weeks turned into months, and Kate poured her heart into her writing. She wrote about their adventures, their dreams, and even their struggles. She wrote about the warmth of his hugs, the sound of his laughter, and the love they shared. With each word, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. One day, she decided to enter a writing contest. The theme was love, and she knew this was her chance to honor Sylvester. She submitted her piece, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Weeks later, she received a letter saying she had won first place. The news filled her with joy, but more than that, she felt proud to share their story. At the award ceremony, as she stood before the audience, she spoke about Sylvester. "This story is not just mine, it's ours," she said, her voice trembling. "He taught me how to love deeply, and I carry that love with me every day." The applause was warm and encouraging, but it was the memories of Sylvester that filled her heart. After the event, people approached her, sharing their own stories of love and loss. Each conversation reminded Kate that love, in all its forms, could be a source of strength. She felt a sense of community, a connection with those who understood her journey. As the seasons changed, Kate found ways to celebrate Sylvester's memory. She started a book club in his honor, inviting others to explore literature and share their own stories. Every month, they would meet at the library, discussing a book that resonated with them. It was a way to keep Sylvester alive in her heart and in the hearts of others. One evening, after a book club meeting, a new member named Alex approached her. He had a warm smile and shared her passion for literature. They began to talk, and she found herself enjoying their conversations. Alex was kind and patient, understanding the depth of her grief while encouraging her to embrace life again. Slowly, Kate opened up to the possibility of friendship. They began to meet more often, discussing books and life over coffee. It was different from what she had with Sylvester, but it was also comforting. She felt a lightness in her heart that she hadn't felt in a long time. As their friendship deepened, Kate realized that love could take different forms. While she would always cherish her memories with Sylvester, she found joy in building new connections. One evening, as they walked through the park, Alex turned to her and said, "You have such a beautiful spirit, Kate. I admire your strength." His words touched her. She smiled, feeling a warmth she thought she had lost. It was a reminder that love could exist even after loss. Sylvester would always be a part of her, but she could also embrace new beginnings. Months passed, and Kate continued to write. She completed her first book, a collection of stories inspired by her love with Sylvester and her journey of healing. She published it, dedicating it to him. On the day it was released, she held a small gathering with friends and family. As she read an excerpt, she felt Sylvester's presence, guiding her with love. In the end, Kate learned that the love of a husband does not vanish with loss. It transforms and evolves, becoming a part of who you are. Sylvester had taught her to love deeply, and that love would always guide her, whether in memories or in new relationships. As she stood at the window once more, watching the rain fall, Kate smiled softly. Life was not what she had expected, but she was grateful for the love she had experienced and the love that still surrounded her. She knew that wherever Sylvester was, he was proud of her. She was ready to embrace the future, carrying his love in her heart forever.